Hello YouTube, just thought I'd do a real quick video here. Along with all the regular stuff, making sheaths and knives and doing things like that, since for me this is a hobby and I like to have fun with it, I like to have little side projects that are easy to do, don't take a lot of time, and just will leave me with something that I don't have otherwise. Here we have the Ganzo, and this is basically a clone of the Benchmade 710. It's like $20 on eBay, $4 for shipping, $24 total investment. So this is a good knife to play with, change around, and I saw that Udos did a like a change or a redo of this, and I kind of liked it, so I thought I'd try my version of it. When I got it, it locks up extremely solid. It's 440C blade, and if the heat treat is any good on this at all, it should be a decent everyday using knife that you can bang around with. The handle scales were very sharp, these ridges, and the edges very uncomfortable, and I think with any extended use they would tear up your hand pretty quick. So I took a file and filed at an angle starting here going up both ways and knocked all the points off. Then I took some sandpaper and ran over the whole scale. I'm going to have a couple of three goals with this knife. One is to make it more comfortable to use, to change the blade shape somewhat, to be a little more utilitarian, and to lighten it up as much as I can. You know, there's two major places that there's weight. Obviously the blade and the steel liners. And we started out with the weight of 156 grams, 5.5 ounces. So it's not terribly heavy, but it's not, you know, all that light either. So we're going to go through this and see how much weight we can take off. And there's no one big place that I can really just, boom, here, I'll do this, and it's going to take weight off. What I'll have to do is just remove it all over the whole knife, and, you know, it'll be small gains, but they will, you know, add up. It's just like a motorcycle, a racing bike. When you're trying to get it right, you lose a little weight here, a little weight there, and all of a sudden you drop 20-30 pounds off the bike, which is pretty significant. So the first thing I did, since you guys should know by now, I absolutely despise pocket clips. The clip and the screws went away, and that was pretty insignificant. It was but we did lose 3 grams by getting rid of it. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this hump here, which he did also. It's very uncomfortable. It hits my hand right in the wrong spot, and I don't like it at all. I'd much rather have a nice smooth transition going up to here. I'm going to knock this back just a little bit, not really a whole lot, but I can take off just a bit there. And then on the blade, I'm going to knock this down here and bring this around so it's more of a more acute, if you will, spear point. Get rid of both these humps and just bring it down, quite similar to what he did, because I think it's a real good blade shape, and I think it'll make a great utility blade. The other thing I'm going to do is remove the handles, which I've already done to make sure that I can do this, and drill the scales. Now I know from past experience trying to drill these scales, you've got to have cobalt bits. You've got to really have something pretty hard, because those stainless steel scales are extremely hard to drill. With normal high-speed steel, you'll just dull the bit before you even get one hole done. So I've got to get a couple bits, and then I will honeycomb those liners. They're just far overbuilt, way stronger than they need to be. sanding on these scales, is not going to remove much. They don't weigh anything at all. I weighed them; they only weighed 28 grams anyway, so you're not going to remove much there. So basically, it's going to be the steel that's removed up here, and then honeycombing these liners. And each piece by itself won't remove a lot of weight, but all together, if we're lucky, I'm hoping I can get it around 4 ounces or so. We'll see. But I just wanted to show you the before, with the exception of the handle scales, which have already been sanded, and nothing else has really been done to it at this point. I disassemble it just to look at it and see the spring mechanism and everything, so that I wouldn't grind into anything and ruin the knife. No place that I want to grind do I have to worry about that. Well, I would love to knock this back some. What happens if you do that, when the knife is folded, you'll see that the this tip right here lines up directly with this. And so if I take that down, I'm going to have that square tip sticking out. And the stop pin here is right at the very top, so I can't take that down any. So I'll pretty much leave this alone. I'll knock this off just a little bit, maybe kind of round it down and get rid of it. We'll get rid of this, we'll honeycomb this, and redo the handle scales. So that's it, and I'll check in with you on another video once I got it done. So you take it easy, YouTube, and we'll talk to you later.